I'm glad you used the word coaching in that last little speech because I know that I have a coaching certification, and I think back to the training that I took and how much better it would have been if that I had seen similar scales and assessment scales in that when you're trying to help people figure out where they are. Um, I know that the coaching training, um, it depends very much on the philosophy of the training companies, but I really like the notion of being able to take some of what we saw in your presentation today from a medical viewpoint with respect to stress and think about it from a career perspective and where people are in their job search or their promotion ladder and things like that, just to help them get centered to figure out what the next steps are. Because what you're saying as a doctor is also a coach.
Of course. And what I do is I do add that, that performance coaching in what I do. But I also have the benefit with my own practice of taking an hour with people. And so I can really dive in to know that. I was not able to do that in the traditional practice that I was previously in. And so I'm hoping that this is the trend forward. And I've met other physicians and some of my colleagues that want to start doing the same thing. And so I think there is this movement to try to change the way that we take care of people so that we're not doing such a problem based that now it's an emergency and we've got an act. I want to start seeing you before all of those things. Let's talk about prevention. And when you're talking about designing your career and your job and what you're doing, I had a talk with some new physicians the other day, and I said, how great would it be if everybody before we went out into the job world really thought about, who am I? What do I really enjoy doing? And if I want to take a walk at 11 a.m. on a Wednesday, am I going into a job or a career that's going to support that? And if not, how are we asking for the things that we need? And so I think that approach means that we're not being reactionary. I was forced to create this practice because what I was doing wasn't sustainable.